cluster of the lightning is just intense. It's so insane. You might even be able to see that lightning from China Grove, but it might not even be raining too much yet. So yeah, I mean, moving fast. I mean, we're talking 50-mile-per-hour forward speed. That is the speed at which the storms are moving. So that alone can do damage. And again, we're looking at possible rotation here. And what I also want to mention too is in these storms kind of up in this area, up in Iredell counties, Catawba counties, right up in here, these severe thunderstorm warnings have had destructive tags. That means that the winds have been upwards of 80 miles per hour in this cluster of the storms right here, 80 miles per hour. So again, we're finding one small twist, but these straight line winds have been already destructive. So many reports of trees and power lines down. I want to check the velocity again to see if we can see where this little spin might be. It's very faint, probably
very faint,
tough for you to see, but it is very faint. If we put, yeah, there it is. So you see some of that kind of like darker red color you see, and it just changed with that scan. And with this type of setup, when we have this line of storms and you get the embedded rotation, it is very difficult to see where that rotation might be. It's not that classic supercell tornado, you know, it's not that classic, it's not going to be a big tornado, it's going to be weak and it's going to be brief, and it's going to be hard to see, especially with all of that lightning and the heavy rain. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, just there to near the Mooresville area.
Elisa up there, look at that.
Oh
my goodness.
Wow.
Showing just the contrast between.
Does that not take your breath away?
It really does.
We're
look at that.
looking at the leading edge of this intense line of storms. You're like looking at the shelf cloud from underneath it.
And you can see the rain shaft there in the distance. And again, it's within those clouds that sometimes we get just those little areas of rotation, and that we could maybe start to see something forming, a tornado trying to form.
I can't get over that. I can't get over that shot, just looking at the leading edge of those storms. And you could still even see some of the sunshine in the distance. That's how fast these storms are moving and how quickly your conditions can change. So really heed these warnings so seriously, because the storms are coming in fast, like we keep mentioning, 50 miles per hour coming in. I mean, incredibly fast. The way that those storms are coming in, and they're coming in not just with the little bit of rotation that we're finding, but you have that push of 80 mile per hour winds, and the cluster of lightning is just, it's been really hard, obviously hard for me to put it into words, just
almost
because
continuous.
Seeing some of these numbers of what this wind damage can do. But yeah, so now we've got those 2 tornado warnings through 6 o'clock. The one for 6 o'clock is for Mecklenburg and Cabarrus County, some of the northern suburbs there.
I do want to point out too that Iredell County, that tornado warning has been canceled for you all. So now that the storm and that line is pushing east, that threat is coming to an end for now.
It's insane to see that. That is the leading, you're staring at the leading edge of those storms. That's that shelf cloud, and that's where you'll find those destructive 60, 70, maybe even upwards of 80 mile per hour winds. And you can see the sunshine in the distance. And like we keep saying, that's how fast your conditions are going to change. It will change with a blink because of how fast these storms are moving. Still with forward speeds, you know, of 45 miles per hour. I mean, that's intense. That's insane. Which camera is this? Is this the tower camera? You can also see some heavy rain coming down. Again, the sky is just really thick and gray as well, with the torrential rain. That rain just really coming down very quickly with this, and all of the intense lightning as well, clusters of it, with multiple reports of trees and power lines down coming in to our chat here. But I mean, you just definitely want to take these seriously, get in basements, closets, interior rooms, because these damaging winds are going to be pretty intense. You want to get away from windows just in case there's flying debris outside, which we know is happening. You don't want to be near. You don't want to be near those windows. I think we have some video from more. Oh wow, this is a shelf cloud. This was from the Mooresville area, I believe.
Yes, Mooresville.
Wow. So this is from Mooresville, and that one that you're looking is that shelf cloud, right? It's the leading edge of the storms, and that's where you've got some of the straight line wind damage, right? Right up on the front as these storms work their way eastward. Just insane, incredible to see some of these pictures that we're getting.
6 o'clock, and we take a live look there
Wow.
over downtown Albemarle. Look at that. We've been tracking this line.
Insane to see that. Again, we're like looking at the radar and looking at the picture in real life, and that shelf cloud and basically it's like that ribbon of the clouds that you see, that wavy ribbon, that is the leading edge of that line of storms that we do know now from radar indication that it has some
look at that lightning.
Rotation in it. So a little bit of that spin plus the push of damaging winds coming forward. I mean, it's just incredible, some of the images that we've seen live as these storms continue to progress eastward.
That picture is going to be changing quickly. I mean, you can.
Some of those southeast counties, right, as far as like an end time wrapping up, I mean, it's 6 o'clock now. I could see these being out by 8, no? They've been moving so fast.
So fast, yes.
They've been moving at such incredibly fast speeds, just continuing to just rush through 50, 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Now, if we take a look, I'll try to change the radar that's behind me a little bit. You know, again, these storms have had such an incredibly fast forward speed. It's already kind of sunny back off to the north and west, and then you've got this intense line with all of the lightning and all of the still the severe thunderstorm warnings that continue for areas from Wadesboro, Monroe, down towards Chester and Great Falls, and we still have that tornado warning. It just asked the Weather Service office in Raleigh if they've got any updates on that, because the rotation that we've seen with it has been, again, very weak, very limited, very hard to see. There hasn't been a lot to it, but we know that it's been packing a punch with all of the lightning, which I can get a check on that number again. That has been, the last time we checked, it was like 600 lightning strikes. You're still probably sunny with a heat index of 107. So if you're looking at some of these storms downwind of you, this will be headed your way, and it will continue to pack a punch with those damaging winds. And we already know it's going to knock down lots of trees and power lines because it has the history of doing that already. So that's
please,
what it's done.
I know, and that's the thing. So you all that are still, you know, it seems pretty quiet outside.